Good morning, Birmingham. It is Dixon inviting on your radio, Talk 99.5, Talk 99.5.com. Appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us on this fine, top quality, very cold, very rainy Thursday. Hey, the good news is we are not getting anything that resembles freezing rain.
Yay! Woohoo!
Got to take it. You got to take that deal, baby.
Oh my goodness, are we so dodged?
Deal.
Let me tell you how bad it is, though, because when the word gets out, like we were talking yesterday was, let me go back, Wednesday. It was Tuesday when some of these models were saying, "Oh no, we're in for a real ice storm." Right? Yesterday's Wednesday. Yesterday, I had to go to the store just to get a couple of things. Right?
Yeah.
It was just a reload. My son asked for some ice cream. Milk. I needed a couple of tomatoes, a couple other things. So I went to a neighborhood Walmart, and I pull in the parking lot, and I'm like, "What is going on?
Mm-hmm.
There's not a parking spot in this entire place. What? I've never seen it like this. It still is not occurring to me because yesterday our wheelhouse was, we're all good. I'm in the Walmart neighborhood market, and I hear this girl in one of the aisles. She's on the phone. "Oh, well, this storm is going to be terrible, and all the ice, we've got to," and I was like, that is exactly what's going on. These people aren't paying close attention. They don't know that we're probably in the clear and that everything is good, and and bread aisles, there's not much bread left, and I'm like, seriously, y'all, it's okay. We're not going to get the snow and ice that they thought that we were going to get, but they were listening to the message from the day before.
Part of the problem
and that's what they were going with.
We had this information yesterday morning. We talked about dodging this bullet literally before we even got on the air in our video that we put on Facebook every single morning. You should check that out, by the way, Talk 99.5 Facebook page, Real Talk 995. You can find it on Radio Dixon, Dixon Inviting. It's all right there. We talked about it then. Yesterday afternoon, I flipped around to some of our competitors. They still had, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be a nightmare. There's going to be an ice. I'm just like, really?
Oh, no.
Did you guys not get the memo on this? Some of it has to do with the fact that we are tied in with ABC 3340, James Spann.
Best in the business.
Top-notch guy, and a guy who basically waved this whole thing off yesterday morning and said it's going to be okay.
And even late Tuesday, we were getting rumblings of this warm Gulf air that was coming up and kind of pushing, and we were like, oh, well, let's wait till tomorrow morning. And so yesterday morning I was like, it did exactly what they were talking might happen, and that was that it pushed it north.
We could still get little freezing rain in the midst of all of this, but it's not going to be anything like what they had originally, the apocalypse that they were talking about earlier in the week is not going to happen in our neck of the woods, and that's good news.
Yeah, it's very good news.
And James Spann, speaking of which, just recently got on and started talking about how there are some weather forecasters or stations that are kind of pressured into saying, hey, this is a big deal, and it turns out not to be. And, you want a safety net to say, hey, listen, it could be bad, but you got to be realistic at the same time. And it's kind of like Fox News. And we love Fox News. We got it on in the studio right now. But if everything is a Fox News alert, nothing is a Fox News alert.
That's exactly right. I hate that breaking news sign because I'm like, no, it's not. You guys talked about this 24 hours ago.
You're right. It's not breaking.
It's not breaking
news. 24 hours old.
Breaking news is it's happening right now. You're telling me for the first time right now that's breaking news.
Exactly.
And I just hate it. I wanted to say to that poor girl in the grocery store, well, if you'd been listening to us, you wouldn't be spending an extra $150 on groceries that you might not
probably just
be
gonna
eating.
Sit and go moldy on you.
But I'm just
sorry about that.
I was like, that's what's going on in here. I was like, it didn't even occur to me until I heard her say that. And I was like, oh, you people don't have the latest weather forecast and you're panicked. Oh, well, such is life. That's why maybe you should tune in to Talk 99.5. We'll shoot you straight, folks.
Not maybe.
When we have the information, we will shoot you straight.
Absolutely should tune in to Talk 99.5. Work Trucks is downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South. They are going to be selling top-quality pre-owned work trucks all day today, all day tomorrow. They'll take the weekend off, come back Monday, and do it again. They scour the country, bring them in from all over the place. I've seen them come in from Bangor, Maine. I've seen them come in from Portland, Oregon. They bring them to Work Trucks and put them through a 125-point inspection and then put them on the lot at great low prices. Trade finance, get an extended warranty. Some so new they still have warranties on them, which is nice, factory warranties. And, they'll do whatever it takes to bring these things back up to speed, make sure that they're top-notch, take out dents and whatnot. And then You can trade, you can finance, you can get an extended warranty if you like there from Work Trucks. The prices are low. The miles are generally low. If you're dealing with a diesel truck, they tend to only start getting broken in about 150,000. So, you don't worry so much about those. But big, small, everything in between, every make, every model, every size, every shape, every kind you can imagine is there at Work Trucks. Find them online, Worktrucks with an X, LLC.com. Over 100 vehicles on the lot at any given time. Work Trucks with an X, LLC.com or downtown 2324 3rd Avenue South. Here's the next piece of good news. Out of Donald Trump's first year, U.S. stocks surged 18% in Donald Trump's first year.
Pretty sweet.
That is on average, of course, because there are lots of different stock markets. The S&P 500 was up about 17.9%. Dow Jones Industrial Average up roughly 15%.
We're at 49, and very likely this year we might see 50.
I would think so.
We just might see 50.
I would think so.
Yep.
NASDAQ Composite up 21.4%. So altogether, when you average it all together, you get about an 18% increase in the stock market, which, while it's not explosive, it's really good, solid growth. I mean, imagine if you went up 20% every year, you would in 5 years have a 100% increase from 5 years ago.
Yeah. So whatever you've got invested, 100% increase.
You could feasibly go from 50 to 100 in a very short period of time. Would be amazing. I don't think that's going to happen, but this is a really, really strong, solid stock market, which is why I find it funny. Gavin Newsom continues to put things on X talking about how groceries cost more, American families are struggling, the economy is tanked, the jobs market is awful. And I'm like, what are you looking at? What are you seeing? Of course, you have to say these things because you're going to run for president in 2028, and you're trying to make everybody believe that things are terrible. But you can't fool the American people, much in the same way while Joe Biden was running around saying, everything's great, the economy's fantastic, we were all going,
no, it's
I'm sorry,
not.
$9 for eggs? What?
Not working.
This is insane. I'm paying well over $3 a gallon for gasoline. This doesn't make me happy. My energy bills have gone up. My gas prices have gone. The natural gas is up. Electricity is up. I'm taking it in the shorts everywhere I turn here. Don't stand here on television and tell me that the economy is strong, because that's not what I'm seeing. And then you have growth of 1.6%, and he's out, ranting and raving about how great things are. You can't fool the American people. We feel what we feel. And the American people are slowly but surely beginning to feel, hey, this is a bit of all right.
Things are going, gas prices are coming down. Like you said, we got eggs back where they need to be and things like that. It's beautiful to see the stock market. We talk about 18%. That is, you're doing very well. And there's a lot of people that have money in the stock market that have seen increases way beyond that. Mm-hmm. But overall, the average and the rough average, 18%, is very strong. That tells you that things are moving in the right direction for our country.
Still a lot of work to do.
Sure.
Price of beef is too high.
Yeah.
Other things are a bit more costly than we'd like them to be. Insurance has gone through the roof. If we could bring the price of housing and new cars down, that would be great.
A couple of those things would be very good.
Some of that will have to do with increasing the supply.
Mm-hmm.
If we're able to get to the point where there are more houses, right now is somewhere around the neighborhood of 450,000 houses on the market nationwide. That is infinitesimal compared to usually on a day-by-day basis. There's 1 million or slightly more houses on the market at any given time.
Yeah,
so we're under 50%.
And you wonder, I understand it's tougher and tougher to purchase homes because they are more expensive, but the rates are down. We're in the fives now.
We're doing better.
We're fives. We were the mid sixes,
Mm-hmm.
and even then people are like, oh, that's too high because everybody's comparing what they had,
Sure.
which 2 3/4, 3 1/4, something like that. But when you're talking high fives, you're in really, really good shape.
Get me to the high fours and watch the number of houses available explode, and that automatically reduces the price of every house.
Yeah.
Because when you have more supply and the same demand, the price drops. It's just that simple. Right now, we have a very small supply and largely the same demand, so the price is going to be high. I got another, yesterday, another one. Hey, let's talk about your house. We want to buy it from you. I'm not selling.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen.
No, they're just fishing.
Of course
fishing.
they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love my house, but I'm like, despite this ridiculous offer that you're willing to make me, I would have to take that money and go buy another house and double my insurance or my interest rate in doing so. It's not going to happen.
Well, and they probably
Give up
won't
on
pay you what they're saying they're going to pay you for.
No, it never turns out to be
No.
as much as you think it's going to be. That's the way that generally works. Alabama Men's Clinic, 5987000. If you are interested in straightening out your testosterone level, these are the guys you want to call because men is their middle name. They work on ED as well. If you're struggling with that, variety of options available. But testing your testosterone level on your initial consultation for $99 is a really good deal. You can't get that anywhere else. You'll know by the end of your visit what your number is and how to go about increasing it. Tough to go wrong with that. They'll talk to you about the variety of options available. There are intrusive methods, less intrusive methods, and you can get your testosterone back up where you need it to be and make yourself very, very happy with the Alabama Men's Clinic. Hair loss and weight loss problems as well can be tackled there. It all starts with one phone call or a visit to their website, alabamamensclinic.com. You can make an appointment there in 30 seconds or less, depending on how quickly you type. 598-7000, 598-7000. Alabama Men's Clinic. Make the call. Start changing your life as early as next week. Sometimes the most innocuous parodies cause the biggest problems. Back in the day when, remember the Cuban flotilla was the 90s. This is not the 80s one that you were a part of, Valerie.
I wasn't a part of it.
No, you came here from Cuba. You came here from Cuba on a raft. We know it.
Oh, gracious.
No, there was another giant purge
In the 80s.
of
and
their
then
prisons in the 90s.
Yep.
Yeah.
hmm
And so my good friend Andy Spinozzi put together a song to the tune of Rock On there, David Essex. It was Raft On.
Raft on.
And the the line where after Essex goes, James Dean, he said, shark food. And
Oh,
got a
goodness.
bunch of complaints about that. It's like,
Really? Well,
Really? Have you not heard the show before? You know what we do here.
not politically correct.
Come on,
Come on,
people.
if you don't know that.
Lighten up, Francis. Just having some fun. 722 with Dixon and Viney. We got a little bit of, rain in the forecast. It should be fading off later today. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and 52, and then cold rain on Saturday and 50. Temperatures drop Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's going to be ugly. 722 right now. Let's go ahead and dive in with this, shall we?
And now, it's Dixon and Vining's top 3 things you need to know.
Donald Trump says the framework of a future deal on Greenland has been reached after a NATO talks. And so the tariffs have been put on hold. This framework, first off, supposed to be an infinity deal, i.e., it will last forever.
And ever, and ever, and ever.
Amen.
Mhm.
Secondly, would allow us to put bases on Greenland and access some mineral rights. Probably having to share some of that with, obviously, Denmark, who technically owns the area. Not sure exactly how the rest of it looks, but, Donald Trump is relatively happy. This is, I think, what he was aiming for in the long run. I think, grand scheme of things, best possible world would be we get it outright, you give it to us, that's the end of that. Second best would be, all right, you hold on to it, we'll run it. We'll make sure that, and as the cost of that, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of drilling offshore, and we're going to do a little bit of mineral mining in this area, and we're going to, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So,
And in the meantime, you talk about the Golden Dome for it. We'll help to protect Greenland
Sure.
because it's an important territory to the U.S. militarily.
yeah.
So yeah, there's a bunch of pluses, and I kind of like this way better than to say we're coming in and we're going to take Greenland
Absolutely.
and you tick
Yep.
all the people off and everything else. Let's try to work peacefully through something, because one of the three is going to end up taking Greenland, and if it's not us, it's going to be China or it's going to be Russia. So let's figure this out. Let's do it in a way that everybody wins from it, and I think that this is the answer.
All it really takes to stop China and Russia is the United States is responsible for Greenland. They're there now, and they're running things. If you're going to try to take Greenland, you're messing with the U.S. And
Yes.
they go, oh, never mind.
We don't want any
We
of that.
were thinking we might do that, but now we're not going to do that.
Hmm.
Never mind.
And no balloons either. No flying any
Nope.
balloons
No
over
flying
Greenland
balloons. We'll take those
or the
suckers down.
U.S.
Unlike the previous administration. Speaking of mineral rights, by the way, the Biden administration signed a big old presidential order putting a lot of Minnesota off the table for doing mineral rights mining. That was just reversed yesterday.
Nice.
Just reversed yesterday.
Mhm.
It's crazy to me that ever even was something that was
on.
taking place. But
Why are we
yeah.
even discussing that?
So stupid. What else? Oh, this is interesting. I don't know. I guess I think about my job far too often. Yesterday I was thinking, did you notice ever since the first initial batch of Epstein files, which is not a lot, that it's hundreds of thousands of pages, don't get me wrong. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not even half of the so-called Epstein files. But there were so many pictures of Bill Clinton with young girls.
Phew, there's a lot.
Notice how many Democrats suddenly shut up about, where are the Epstein files? Suddenly they didn't want to see the rest of them anymore. And I thought that was interesting. Now, there are some who still do. And there's a House hearing that is taking place, and the Clintons were supposed to appear for depositions,
And they did not.
both Bill and Hillary, and they got subpoenaed. First they were
Mhm.
invited. They said no. Then they got subpoenaed, and then they said, we're not going to do this. You can't make us. And it's like, yeah, it's a subpoena. It's lawful. James Comer actually even asked the ranking Democrat member on the committee the other day, do you think that these were lawful? He said, every subpoena we send out is lawful. Absolutely. So the ranking Democrat leader in that committee, the oversight committee, said these were lawful subpoenas. And so they decided to hold a contempt vote. This was just on the committee, not in the entire House. And the thing passed by a large margin, including several.
Nine Democrats voted with Republicans on this.
Maxwell Frost, Raha Krishnamurthy.
Good try,
Fun to say.
Uh-huh.
Summer Lee, Stephen Lynch, Ayanna Pressley, member of the squad, right? So is Summer Lee, technically. Emily Randall, Latifah Simon, Melanie Stansbury, and yes, Rashida Tlaib.
That's a shocker.
All of them voted, yes, let's hold these people in contempt because they're serious about getting to the bottom of the Epstein files. And all the Republicans that voted are serious about getting to the bottom of the Epstein files. And then there are people who are not. And one of those people appears to be Pam Bondi. Some of those people appear to be members of the Trump administration. They're folks who are they just don't really want to uncover this stuff. What I'd like more than anything, more important than me knowing who's on that list, more important than you knowing who's on that list,
is who's not on the list.
Well, no, what's important is getting justice for the victims.
Yeah, well,
that's what really matters.
That's important, but there have been so many names also floated out there. It's like,
sure,
some of that needs correcting.
Absolutely.
But yeah, absolutely for the victims. That it just seems like this goes on and on and on. And will they ever really get the justice they deserve?
I
don't know that they will.
When suddenly half the people calling for their release shut up, you're like, okay, I guess you wanted to see them until you saw what was in them, and then suddenly you didn't want to see them anymore. I see.
You didn't want anyone else to see them.
Stellantis has pulled the plug on hybrids, and no one is being straight about exactly why. Jeep originally bet huge on electrification, promising buyers they could keep everything that made a Jeep, a capability, toughness, identity, adding electrical efficiency. For a minute, that bet paid off. The Wrangler 4xe didn't just succeed, it dominated, became the best-selling plug-in hybrid in the United States. Proof that electrification could work when it respected consumer priorities instead of lecturing them. Grand Cherokee 4xe followed, extending that formula into a more refined family-friendly SUV without stripping away Jeep's DNA. Then almost overnight, they disappeared. Without warning or a meaningful explanation, the Wrangler 4xe and Grand Cherokee 4xe vanished from Jeep's website. No longer listed under electric or hybrid offerings. They cannot be ordered. EPA ratings for future model years are missing. Dealers are under stop sale orders. More than 320,000 vehicles are tied up in recalls involving various safety risks. Well, that's the reason right there.
The safety risks are the issue. It's like,
not in the fact,
whoa, let's get these things off the line.
Now that the subsidies are gone, these guys were losing money on every, even before the subsidies were gone, these guys were losing money on every vehicle. And so they were kind of hoping, well, maybe we can turn the corner on this and start turning. They can't figure out a way to make them profitable. You said something. You drove one of these for a while and you hated it.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the worst vehicle ever.
I drove one for a while as well. I didn't have as many troubles with mine as you did with yours, but I did say I wouldn't buy one of these things.
Nope. No. 5 minutes into the drive, I was like, I do not want this. I would never buy this car. And no offense, those of you driving right now, I love my car. Sorry, wasn't for me.
7:35 with Dixon Inviting on Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. We have dodged a bullet. No ice storm for the Jefferson County area this weekend, but north of here, you guys are in for it, just so as you know. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be basking in the glow of just cold rain down here. So
Yeah, and we're talking temperatures in the low 50s, pretty much through the weekend, and a lot of rain coming our way Saturday and Sunday. We're going to get several inches of rain potentially.
pretty good amount.
Yep. And when we talk about that much rain, folks, it's important that your home is set up in a way that water is not getting anywhere near the foundation, like places like the basement and crawl space. And I was talking with David Fevitt just the other day. He's with B-Drive about this very issue that people sometimes see that and they're like, oh, well, it's under the house. I don't really, I don't need to worry about it. It's in the crawl space. That's a place we don't really go very often. Well, even if it's in the crawl space, and let's say there's just dirt in there and you're like, well, yeah, there's some water making its way in here. We've got puddles in here. That moisture will make its way into your home. It will creep up through the house and change the air quality of your home. And you certainly don't want to breathe that air. What you want to do is to make sure that you waterproof those areas. Even if you don't use the space, yes, it's important to make sure that there's not moisture there. It's really not supposed to be there. Get David Fevitt and the guys to come out. Just take a look. They're super nice and extremely knowledgeable and can explain the entire process to get it sealed up so you don't have to worry about it anymore, especially if you're talking about mildew or anything like that in your basement, areas that you really do go into. Or if you see cracking in the foundation of your home, woo, big problem. Call them today, get it resolved. Ask them about 12 months interest-free and no payments for 12 months. This is a local company that's been in business, get this, for over 65 years. 65 years. They know what they're doing. Call the pros today at B-Drive 205-942-1976. Ask them about the budget-friendly solutions that they've got for you. Ask them about the lifetime warranty that comes with what they do when they seal up things and fix the cracking in the foundation. BDryAlabama.com is the website, or call them right now. Ask for that free quote, 942-1976.
It is 7:37 with Dixon Inviting. You ready for the Jeff joke of the day?
Yeah, sure. What you got?
How can you tell that there's a lead singer at your front door? He can't find the key and he doesn't know when to come in.
Not bad, Jeff. Not bad.
I know a lot of musician jokes. I'll save them for him. He may want to come out with some of those a little bit later. I don't want to steal them. I don't want to steal his thunder,
Okay.
so to speak. Here we have a story from Insider, Business Insider. I tried buffalo wings from 5 major chain restaurants and ranked them from worst to best. Major chain restaurants. We're not talking about a Bob Baumhauer's here. That's a minor chain
I don't know.
restaurant.
He's turning into a major chain restaurant.
Well, it's not that many. I mean, we're talking about, well, you'll know what I'm talking about when we get
I got
to the
you.
actual
Nationwide.
reading here. Buffalo wings, of course, a game day favorite. We got some football coming up this weekend. It dawns on me that this is going to be like the first weekend, no college football of any kind.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of sad.
None.
Isn't that depressing?
It
And our
is.
friends over at Jocks have already started the new countdown.
That's what they do.
Yeah, that's what they do best.
What they do. Game day favorite, but, we do NFL playoffs, okay, and then, of course, the Super Bowl taking place. So here we have Business Insider and particularly somebody by the name of, oh, good Lord, Eric McDowell, I believe, yes.
That's
Okay,
correct.
Yeah. Least favorite buffalo wings came from TGI Fridays.
Least favorite.
Mm-hmm. Ordered
Where did he find a TGI Fridays?
Well, they're out there. They're just not here, unfortunately, in the Birmingham metro area. I ordered an 8-count of bone-in traditional buffalo wings at the restaurant I visited in Massachusetts.
Wow, okay.
They cost $12.19, not including taxes and fees. Came with celery sticks and sides of ranch and blue cheese.
Standard.
What are fees on wings?
That's a
Need
good
wing
question.
fee. We have to have the bone disposal fee. We need that.
Bone disposal. Well, how many wings did he get? Did he say
8.
8 wings for
8
how
for
much?
12.
$12.
Hmm.
$1.50 a
You
wing.
remember? Well, I'm
Mhm.
back in my day.
Not good. 50-cent wings.
Yeah, 50
Yeah.
cent
Quarter
wings.
Yeah.
There were some places around town that would do that. Even special nights where they were even cheaper than that.
Net any more.
New.
Wings were crispy but a little undersauced, unlike some of the other chains. TCI Fridays also doesn't appear to make its own buffalo sauce on the menu. It's advertised as simply Frank's Red Hot Buffalo. While I do like the brand of sauce, I could easily make the same wings at home, which made it feel less unique. Yeah, I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
Meat inside was tender, but the buffalo flavor just wasn't there for me. Okay. Next stop I tried was Applebee's. My local Applebee's in Brooklyn, an order of 9 classic bone-in wings was $14.29,
Ow.
Welcome to New York City.
excluding tax and fees. They came with celery sticks and sides of ranch and blue cheese. Ow. Wings were super crispy and the largest out of all that I tried. They were rich, red-brown color, fried to a crisp. Looks a little too fried, to be honest with you, looking at these pictures here.
Yeah, I'm like, cook them hard. You
Mhm.
don't. I can't stand all that fatty skin on the outside of a wing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm out.
Mhm.
If that's how it's cooked, it's not done enough. Cook them hard.
The buffalo sauce had a nice balance between the heat and the more savory, buttery flavor, resulting in a well-rounded bite. I thought the meat inside was pretty juicy, and I loved the sheer size of the wings. However, I thought the wings could have been a touch spicier.
Hmm.
I guess if you're ranking these things, you're supposed to be judgmental, right?
Yes.
Chili's landed squarely in the middle with its crispy buffalo wings at my local Chili's in New York. An 8-count of bone-in buffalo wings cost $15.48.
Good gosh.
Oh, Lord.
Getting worse.
Excluding taxes and fees. Again, what's with the fees?
Yeah.
They came with 2
Is it a-
dipping sauces, ranch and blue cheese.
Food preparation fee sort of thing.
It could be something they're doing in New
You know,
York or the
usually people
Northeast.
pick one or the other. They either get ranch or they get blue cheese. They don't normally get both.
That is odd.
That is very strange.
I thought these
Maybe
wings
this guy
were-
likes them.
It
both.
could be, like some both. I thought these wings were flavorful and juicy. I've tried these wings before and commented that they could have been slightly saucier and crispier. However, when I tried them this time, I didn't feel the same. They were perfectly crispy and almost dripping in sauce. Good for you, Chili's. I want my baby back, baby back. The wings had a generous amount of meat inside. That's where they keep it, inside. The buffalo sauce had a strong buttery flavor with just the right amount of heat. The chain is also known for its ranch dipping sauce, which I thought paired very nicely with the wings. Second favorite buffalo wings came from Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay.
Jane's Buffalo bone-in wings, arguably Buffalo Wild Wings' most famous menu item. Yeah, I would say so. It's right there in the name.
That's
Kinda,
what
yeah.
they do.
A
Well, it's
6-count.
supposed to be what they do.
Check this out. This is New York City. A 6-count of traditional buffalo wings, $15.99.
That's 16
Six
bucks.
count?
16 bucks
Six
for
count.
6 wings.
You people are
That is
insane.
ridiculous.
Another reason not to go to New York City.
Do
Ah,
not.
I think we're
Oh,
doing
my
that here.
Lord.
Wings were small lengthwise, but had a lot of meat. The wings were crispy, had a light coating of buffalo sauce that covered every part of the wings. It was a selection of both drumsticks and flats, but I noticed that the drums were particularly meaty. Okay. I loved the flavor of the buffalo sauce and thought the chicken meat was moist. Crispy skin, slightly sweet, juice, just spicy enough sauce. Added a lot of flavor. Overall, they were really solid buffalo wings. I also thought these wings were a good value for the cost. Wrong. Six wings for $16? You're out of your damn mind? And number one,
Mm-hmm.
Wingstop.
Really? We keep
Wow.
hearing that, and I've
Okay.
never eaten at a Wingstop.
How about this?
Neither have I.
10 classic bone-in wings for $21.19. We're up to $2 a wing now.
Wait.
people.
How many wings?
10,
For how much?
$21.19.
Well, if you do the math, it's actually
I am-
cheaper than the 6 at Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's true. Wingstop.
Now, unless you go on Tuesdays, because you know why?
Why?
It's buy one, get one on
At
Tuesdays.
Buffalo Wild
Buffalo
Wings?
Wild Wings?
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that.
I-
Now all of you do.
I know it now. Wingstop doesn't
2
offer
for Tuesday.
buffalo sauce on its menu, but it does have its original hot sauce, which is the chain's version of buffalo. I ordered them with a side of ranch, while Wingstop also sells boneless wings, adult chicken nuggets, tenders, and chicken sandwiches. Its senior director of culinary, Larry Bila, told Business Insider that bone-in traditional wings remain the chain's most popular item. He added that the original hot flavor ranks among its top 5 sauces. Well, it is called Wingstop, okay? I would hope that wings are their number one item. Wings came drenched in bright red sauce, but were still supremely crispy. Well, sure, because they cook them before they put the sauce on. Idiot. The meat was tender, and the spicy hot sauce blew me away. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit, still never had wings from Wingstop.
Yeah, I
I've
haven't
been to
either.
Wing Zone,
We got to try it.
but I've never been to Wingstop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind trying these. Maybe, we talked about what we're going to do for our little sampling this summer. I
Mhm.
like the idea of wings.
You want to do wings?
We could do wings.
Okay.
We won't be going to any of these restaurants, of course.
Well, we're going to eliminate big chain. And,
Big chains.
Okay.
Small
What
chains like-
about Bob's?
Bob's is not that big.
Okay, we're gonna go
Jefferson's
Bob's?
isn't that big.
No.
We can get away with those, and then we can go to local wing places that
Mm.
serve wings.
Okay.
Got to go to Chump Father's.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they serve.
Don't tell him when we're coming.
No, he
Can't give
he-
him a
like he
heads
wouldn't
up.
know. It doesn't matter. Everything I eat there is fantastic. Is it the best? I don't know. I know they're very good. That I can guarantee you.
What I'm showing now is Baumhauer's has 10 locations.
10, good
It's
for
pretty
him.
good. Yeah.
All in
he's
Alabama,
all over
too.
the state.
Yeah, he's all in Alabama.
Check Jefferson. See how many they have. I
Okay.
know that they've got one in Tennessee at least, or Georgia rather. I think it's in. Where is it? It's in Trenton, Georgia. I know there's at least
So
one.
we got
there.
one out of
Yeah,
state.
that's good. We're waiting,
Yeah.
just hanging on Steve's every
Oh,
word.
there's a lot
He's
of
looking.
them.
How
Oh my
many?
gosh.
Oh, too many.
Albertville, Fort Payne, Gadsden, Hampton Cove, Hoover, Jacksonville, Newmarket, Opelika, Oxford, Rainbow. Do you want me to keep going?
No.
Georgia, Dalton,
Can you just
Rockmont,
give me a number?
Rome. Let's see. I'm up to 37.
37.
That's too
Oh,
many.
that's too big.
Jeffersons, we
That's too
love
big.
you.
We love you, Jeffersons. You make
Mhm.
good wings, no question.
Yes.
But you can't be in the mom and pop wing
God, darn it, I hate that.
organization. Sorry about
I
that.
don't,
Mhm.
maybe we expand.
Oh, we're going to expand?
Yeah, maybe we do.
All right, we'll go to Applebee's too.
I want my baby back, baby.
That's
baby back.
Chili's.
Oh,
We'll
yeah, we
go-
could go there too.
Is there a Chili's here? Do we have one?
Yeah,
I
don't
haven't
we?
seen the
Still
Chili's in
over on
town.
Lakeshore?
Is there still one there?
I think so.
I don't
Mhm.
know. I'll take a look.
There's Chili's.
Mm.
Now you're making me second guess.
We'll go everywhere.
Okay.
We're going everywhere to get wings. We'll
determine. And again,
We're the
we've thrown
deciders.
out a couple of things. Is that what we're going to do?
All right.
If you want to do wings, okay, then we got to determine that.
740.
Yeah, still over there on Lakeshore.
All right. 747 with Dixon Dividing. Then maybe I'll go there for some. baby
Gadsden
back,
Highway
baby
in
back.
Fultondale.
Got that too.
Mm-hmm.
Hot diggity dog.
Yep.
All righty. I think I probably drive by it a
You
lot.
might.
I probably
You're
should.
just you're ignoring it, Richard.
Yeah.
And
Wave at it and
and
go
then
in.
Highway 11 in Trustville.
Uh huh. Okay. I really am ignoring these things.
Mhm,
I've
you
driven down all these roads. I feel terrible now.
Stop on in.
747 with Dixon and Vining. Your thoughts are welcome. 545-9950. Drop us a line. 751, Talk 99.5, Talk995.com. Dixon, Vining, West. We got, who's handling weather today? Is it our good friend Emma Kate?
Emma Kate.
She will be in a moment. Right now, it's Evan.
Evan Chickfara. And, of
Then-
course, we got Phil Carter in the traffic center, which is awesome.
Mhm.
Jeff drops us a line and says Jeff likes wings. I think he's angling for something here.
An invite.
Wants to join us like you did on the pizza tour.
I think that's what's going on there.
Is that what you're doing, Jeff?
Drew says if you do wings, you have to try some wings from a Chinese restaurant. I know that sounds crazy, but they're usually pretty good. It's a hit or miss. There are some Chinese restaurants that have great wings. There are some Chinese restaurants that have absolutely atrocious, almost tasteless wings. They're just, you're just chewing, and you're like, I can tell there's something in my mouth, but I got no flavor at all here. Yeah, not fun. Donna says Chili's and Trustful. Okay, if you say so. Justin says go Cajun and get the voodoo fries. They have a good deal on cost. That's Wingstop in Helena. Goes there all the time, apparently, if you say so. Tom says Richard's wings recipe is quite good. I made them, but instead of using a cooler, I put them in an aluminum pan and covered with foil. Turns you can do it either way, as long as you are gathering them together in one place and covering them and letting them steep in there for a while. You really get a great flavor out of these wings. You cannot skip that step. The resting step is very important, but it is a grilled wing as opposed to a fried wing, which is a little different. I haven't made wings in forever because, of course, I'm on the perpetual diet.
Super Bowl's on the way.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be making wings for
Maybe
that.
this summer. Mm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Once the weight comes off, which is not going terribly well, I must admit.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you at?
I'm at the exact same weight. I'm not gaining any, but I'm not losing
Are
any.
you trying?
Yes, I'm
Because
trying.
I know when you try,
Yeah.
it falls off of you.
I'm telling you, as you get older, that gets a little harder.
Mm.
You know?
I'm down 10.
Yeah. All right. Good for you.
10.
All
10.
right.
I said 10.
Okay.
Very proud of that.
So you and me combined, we've lost 10 pounds. That's great. I love that.
Oh, my goodness.
Keep that up.
Yeah.
Publix wings are awesome, says Noel. Yes, I agree. I do like Publix wings. I won't be eating any of those anytime soon.
They are quite good.
Either.
Mm-hmm.
Fernando Mendoza held a meet and greet with Indiana fans here recently after they won the national championship, which was kind of nice. I saw on Facebook yesterday where somebody had posted the picture of him and the quote about having bleeping won, you know, and this person said, oh, he's supposed to be a good Christian, and then he says something like this. I mean, what a hypocrite. And all of the responses to that were like, yeah, I can't believe this. And, oh, just another one of those, you know, Christians on Sunday, but not blah, blah, blah. And they go down the list and they just, you know, rail on this guy. I finally felt the need to step in and say, and you, congratulations on judging him like a good Christian should. You're doing it right.
And here we are judging the person
Yeah.
that is judging Mendoza.
Yeah. You have no earthly idea what's going on in this guy's life. According to him, in the after-game press conference, he said, look, I've been keeping it down for a long
The
time.
whole
He says, I got to
season,
keep
yeah.
it straight. I'm under a lot of pressure here. He said, I finally just let it go. He goes, that's the last time you hear me say that, but I said it once.
Mm-hmm.
And his coach, Signetti, was like, look, he's been around a foul-mouthed coach for a long time here. I'll take some responsibility for this, you know?
Look, if we're going to hold him to a standard of perfection,
Yeah.
I think he reached that. Let him have one, right?
I-
We're all
well,
human.
Yeah, if you haven't made a mistake, by
Yeah.
all means, throw a rock.
Right.
I'm not sure that I have ever understood the concept of good Christians would never drop an F-bomb. I'm still mystified by, and I agree with George Carlin, he said it first in the 7 Dirty Words, where he says, you know, all you words over here, you're fine. You 7, we have to put you off over here. Nobody can say these things. They're words. They're words. Now, the FCC says I cannot say them. I understand that. I'm not going to say them. But that doesn't keep me from looking at it going, this is just stupid that we have synonyms for each one of these words that we can't say on the radio that mean the exact same thing. We can say those all day.
Yes.
But these 7 words, no, you have to go off to the side here. We're shunting you away. Your bad words, naughty words, very bad words. You go sit in the corner and think about what you've done. Honestly.
That's true. Yeah.
Why?
Mhm.
It's silly. It's absolutely silly. If you ever watch The History of Swearing on Netflix, I don't know if it's still there.
The
but it was-
history of swearing.
Yeah, it was hosted by Nicolas Cage. Did you
How
see it,
interesting.
Steve?
I saw it.
Yeah.
It was
Somebody
pretty funny.
actually
It's about
did.
7 episodes, and
Uh-huh.
they picked on one word, 7 or 8 episodes.
And
They
ran
took
with
one
it.
word and they explained it all the way from its, the etymology from its basically inception
Uh-huh.
on through. You'd be amazed at how many of these words were perfectly okay in polite company up through like the 1910s.
And
Yeah.
then not so much.
And then suddenly it was just
Somebody
decided,
determined
yeah,
that.
those words
Well,
aren't
I mean,
okay anymore.
the same thing has happened with other words. Like we say little people now. We can't say some of the other words.
Like midget?
Kids that
dwarf,
maybe
not allowed
have
to say
kids,
that?
kids that have learning disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
There's something else that we don't want to offend.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we are in our offended society.
Differently abled. That's a classic.
The homeless.
Right there.
We're not supposed to say
They're
homeless.
unhoused, Valerie. Why
Unhoused.
would you say
They're homeless. Homeless means the same thing.
Homeless, no, that conjures up ideas of smelly.
They are homeless.
Disgusting.
They
Yeah.
have no home.
They're-
That's what that means.
Yeah.
No home.
Okay.
The
You're
street
okay with
is
that.
their home. You want me to call it street home?
You're okay with that?
They're street home people.
They're street home people.
They live on the street.
Urban
That's
outdoorsmen.
their home.
Urban outdoorsmen.
outdoorsman.
Uh,
Well, that sounds fancy.
It does, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it sounds like he's dressed very nice too.
I think a lot of it is, trying to change the language so that we make some of these things that are unacceptable more acceptable. And there are times, when you say, there are some things that really we shouldn't be accepting. And we shouldn't be trying to, they tried so very hard to turn illegal alien into undocumented worker. Well, A, many of these people aren't working. And B, they are here illegally. That is actually a term that is used by the U.S. government to describe these people. I'm not going to call them undocumented workers. I'm going to call them what they are. They're aliens in this country,
illegal
and they're here
aliens.
illegally.
Yes.
They're illegal aliens. I love the John Mulaney bit about when he tried to use the word midget in an SNL sketch, and they called him into standards and practices and said, you can't say that. He said, you can't say midget. That's as bad as using the N-word. And John said, no, it's not. And I'll tell you how I know. If you're comparing two words and you can't even say one of them out loud, that's the worst word.
Mm-hmm.
It's a safe bet.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So there you are. And I think a lot of times people, you know what, there was a kind of a big discussion about this in the 80s. In our profession, people were like, don't call me a DJ. Don't call me a disc jockey. I'm a radio personality. They would come up with all these different things. I'm like, call me whatever you want. I know what you mean. If it's easier for you to refer to me as a DJ, call me a DJ. I don't sling discs now. I'm a talk radio host. But if you want to call me a DJ and that makes you work, whatever.
Well, even people on music stations don't sling discs anymore.
No, that's true. I honestly don't care. You can't offend me when coming
that's the
coming
thing.
after my job.
You know that
Yeah.
I can't be offended.
You make up your own mind
That's
about
right.
what offends you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to be
That's on
offended by
you.
everything,
That's right.
you're going to have a very unhappy
difficult
life.
life.
It's going to be rough.
Hey, you and I have both had that conversation with younger people, right?
Absolutely. 8 o'clock, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com.